There's one watch, when it came out, it traded for 900 grand. Today, I wouldn't buy it for 300.
Best value brand, worst value brand.
Rolex is the best value for your money. So it's Rolex, AP, Patek. RM is like the Lamborghini of watches. There's Richard Mille, that's a Lamborghini of watches. Patek is like the Ferrari. And you have AP, Rolex. Then you have the watches that you get good value for your money, but you can never sell them. Unfortunately, I'm going to say these, which I don't want to, but it's like Jaeger, Breitling, Hublot. Beautiful watches, Panerai, cheap watches. For the money, for 4 grand, a Panerai, you can get a beautiful watch. Sylvester Stallone wears that watch in The Expendables. Beautiful Panerai, it's 4 or 5,000. Rolex for 4 or 5,000, you get an old lady's Datejust. But unfortunately, there's no resale value on the Panerai or the Hublot or the Breitling like there is on. Basically, Hublot you can get on discount, 30 off, 35% off. Rolex, you have to pay over retail. Right there, it shows you the difference between the two brands.
Is that just because one's just more in demand than the other one? Like, it's maybe not a better quality. It's just like people want
Correct.
this
It's not a
regardless.
better. I don't think it's a better quality. I think it's more in demand. People want Rolex more. It's like a status, right?
What's an underrated brand? Like a one that you would say, like, oh, people don't really know about this yet.
No, people know about it, but I think it has beautiful watches. It's Hublot. I think it's very underrated. I don't know why it's not popping off. Like Hublot looks like AP, just a different name. You can have the same watch in the Hublot, but if it's at AP, it's 400 grand, and if it's Hublot, it's 15,000. Just for the name on the watch, looks exactly the same. For the money, like you can buy a $15,000 rose gold Hublot, and then Rolex for 15 grand, you can barely buy an older Submariner, which is stainless steel.
So are on most of the watches that you're buying and selling, are you making, single digit percentage points like 5 to 10, or are there some where like I can mark this up 50%?
If I buy a watch for retail, I can mark it up 100%. But Rolex won't sell to me. I'm banned from every Rolex store. So if I come in with my ID, they'll say no because they know I'm a gray market seller. So they won't sell to me. I'm saying that the higher the watch value is, the margins will climb a little more. So let's say the watch is 100 grand. If you make 10 grand, you're happy. Well, sometimes you'll buy a watch for 100 grand and sell it for 105,000. That's okay. You get money right away. Even 100. If somebody comes to me and says, "Here's 103 for this watch, give it to me right now," and you're getting money right away, I would sell it, even though I'm making 3%. But my money comes back into me, so I can play with the money you can.
Do watches, like, would you say that, like, cars like tend to depreciate in value, right? Like, do watches generally as a whole tend to appreciate?
The past 3 years, it went up, down. Now it's steady, but you'll buy a watch for 100 grand, you won't lose 30,000 selling it like you'll sell a car, right? You buy a car for 100 grand, you want to sell it a year later, okay, you get 70,000, 65,000. A watch you'll buy for 100 grand, you'll wear it. If you bought it at the right time, either you're gonna make a couple of thousand or you lose a couple of thousand. But it's not like a huge riffraff. Unless it was COVID, people bought watches for 900,000 today. They're worth 250. There's one watch, RM6501. When it came out, it traded for 900 grand. Today, I wouldn't buy it for 300. People bought it for 900,000.
That's a hit.
Yeah, but that's during COVID. Now everything is stable, so everything sells. Everything. So basically, you buy a Rolex today for 20,000. You can sell it tomorrow for 22 if you buy it right.
What do you think is the next big thing in watches? What do you see coming?
A woman wearing men's sizes. I see a lot of women wearing 41 millimeters, 40 millimeters. A lot of them. They started wearing bigger watches.
How come? What do you think that was?
It's a trend now. That's the trend. Women want to, they wear a lot of gold, but bigger ones. Back then, they used to have the 26 millimeter small ones for ladies, very dainty. So you still have those dainty ones, and you have the ones who want to have the bigger, flashier look. So they have the 40, 41 millimeters, 39 millimeter in AP, 38 millimeter in AP. See a lot of women wearing bigger sizes now.
Do you see another country as kind of becoming an emerging market, either for selling or buying?
Hong Kong and China. China, actually. China is the daddy of the watch business, as you can say. They control the market.
Because of demand or because of supply?
Both. It's a country with I don't know how many billion people. They all love everybody in China wears a Rolex. From the guy who's the street vendor to the CEO of a company, they all wear Rolexes. When I was there, every time I go there, everybody and anybody, girl, guy, doesn't matter. They all wear Rolex. That's like the number one thing.
That's crazy that it's such a luxury here, and there it's like a Casio.
Exactly what you just said. It's a Casio for them. Everybody, it's something I never saw in my life, and they wear only steel watches.
Is one type more popular than the other? Like if it's steel versus silver versus...
So there's steel two-tone. There's steel. There's two-tone rose, two-tone yellow, yellow gold, rose gold, platinum, white gold.
Which one's kind of the big
So
one?
China likes the steel sport models, which are like Submariners, GMTs, Mill Galaxies, whatever. Americans like the Dejas, the Day Dates, which are the rose gold, yellow gold, platinum. Then they have the Wall Street people like the Patek Philippe, the steel one. So basically, Wall Street people are not flashy. So they'll wear a white gold watch or a steel watch that's worth a lot of money. So white gold platinum is, it's like driving a Turbo S, right? You're a car guy. For me, I had that car. It's the best car I've ever drove in my life. The exotic 911 Turbo S, I think it puts a Lamborghini to shame, a Ferrari. But people look at it, think it's a Carrera. But it's not. It's a Turbo S. So if you know, you know. That's Wall Street. They wear a platinum watch for $150,000, but to the eye, it looks like a stainless steel watch.